We're going to talk about how we got here, and Jesus, what happened to us. And again, it's not necessarily us, right? Because it didn't happen to me. Did it happen to you? Probably not. But it happened to a lot of people. And that's why democracy, which I call democracy, is so horrible. And here's actually a Scottish economist and historian, Alexander Tytler, on the New American Experiment in Democracy. So this is like after just the US had just started with democracy, which wasn't at the very beginning, by the way, I don't think. It was a republic. But great quote that kind of, to lead this off, we haven't even got started yet, but to lead this off, a democracy is always temporary in nature. It simply cannot exist as a permanent form of government. A democracy will continue to exist up until the time that voters discover they can vote themselves generous gifts from the public treasury. From that moment on, the majority always votes for the candidates who promise the most benefits from the public treasury, with the result that every democracy will finally collapse due to loose fiscal policy, which is always followed by dictatorship. You know, an anarchist and an narcopoco, and even here at the Dollar Vigilante a fair amount, I've talked about how, and this is like not my saying, I don't know who first said it, but it might have been, well, I don't want to, maybe Harry Brown, or maybe, yeah, I think it was Harry Brown. But democracy is just mob rule in a suit and tie. And for years, many people would say to me, "Oh, Jeff, that's crazy. Democracy is the best form of government." Wasn't that Winston Churchill? Yeah, that's who you want to listen to. That it's the best form of government, except for all the others or something like that. Or the worst form of, I don't know. What it is pure evil is what it is. When you lose individuality and you go for the collective, you know, the greater good.
We need to separate you from your children because you're not complying. This is for the greater good. We need to hold you in a facility for a little while for not cooperating. This is for the greater good. This is for the greater good. This is for the greater good.
But yeah, we've been saying that for a long time. A lot of people used to say I was so crazy. Jeff, democracy isn't mob rule in a suit and tie. Well, here's Justin Castro basically making my point.
Regardless of the fact that we are attacking your fundamental rights or limiting your fundamental rights, and the Charter says that was wrong, we're still going to go ahead and do with it. It's basically a loophole that allows a majority to override fundamental rights of a minority.
Gotta love the US Department of Offense bombing the whole world to spread democracy. Makes some sense now, right? You know where they're based out of? The Pentagram. They don't even hide it. So we're going to go into how this all happened a little bit. And it's very interesting. It's kind of pretty funny too. But kind of really like not good too, right? As I was saying in my last video. How we kind of got here, but it's actually more than democracy. Democracy is just like a symptom of the problem. The problem is that your average person has lost all touch or contact with the universe or spirit or consciousness itself.